everyone, and welcome to the second month of 2019. Now, everybody, just for a moment here, let's all be real for a second here. Now, if you are a car enthusiast, car lover, track guy, car guy, drag guy, I guarantee you, the overwhelming majority of you guys at the end of 2018, we're all sitting there saying to yourselves, you know what I'm gonna do in 2019, folks? I'm gonna change this, and I'm gonna change that, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip this around and switch it up and rub it down. Oh no! But if you guys are gonna start your tracking journey here in 2019, let me be the first experienced driver to give you all this piece of advice. Modifying your car before you start tracking is without a doubt one of the worst possible decisions you can make. Whoa, wait a minute. DV, now we all know you smoke crack, but without a doubt, that has to be the most crack-headedest thing you have ever said. Are you sitting here trying to tell everyone how modifying your car is a bad decision? Well, I'm glad you asked. Now let me explain. Now I often have people who leave comments on my videos and people who hit me up privately who are about to start tracking always say, hey DV, this is the year that I'm getting into tracking, bruh. And I wanted to get your opinion of all these mods I plan on doing to my car before I start. And they're always shocked and surprised how when they're done, I always tell them how doing all of that to your car before you start tracking is not only a waste of time and money, but how it's flat out dumb. Because for anybody out there who's like me, who wants to be fast on track, you have to get out of that car world mindset of thinking and believing your car is what makes you fast. Because it doesn't matter where you are in the car world, whether it's on the internet, social media, car forums, wherever you could be. Your car in the car world is what not only defines what you are, but defines how fast you can go. That's why on every car channel on YouTube, social media, or car forums, you always hear people talking about my car this and my car that. My car can do this, my car can do that. My car got this, my car got that. That's why you always hear all those dumb conversations about V6 versus V8, automatic versus manual, import or domestic, because in the car world, your car defines how fast you are, and you are defined by how fast your car can go. But when you get out there on that racetrack, when you get out there on that autocross course, you're no longer in the car world. You are in the real world. And in the real world, you are defined not by how fast your car can go, but how fast you can make your car go. Marinate on that for a while. Now, the only modification that, regardless of whoever you are and the car that you drive, whether it's a Ford Fiesta or a Ford GT, you absolutely have to upgrade and improve your brakes. Everything other than that is not a necessity. It's only an accessory. And what a lot of people do not realize is the more you modify your car, the more your car changes in more ways than one. And one of the major factors that a lot of people just can't seem to grasp is that the more modified you make your car, the better your car becomes, the more difficult it is to drive. Why do you think a V6 Camaro is easier to drive than an SS Camaro? Why do you think an SS Camaro is easier to drive than a ZL1 Camaro? Because the better you make those cars, the more difficult they become to drive. So if your whole point and purpose, like mine and a lot of people's were, when we started getting into tracking, was to learn and become better, why the hell would you make that process more difficult by modifying your car and making it more difficult to drive? Again, marinate on that for a while. Now, as I always and often do, I'll go ahead and use myself as a guinea pig. Now, ever since I got my 1LE, the most asked question that people love to throw my way is, DV, why haven't you modified Reaper? More specifically, why haven't added more horsepower? Well, let's see here. As of this very moment right now, as I'm making this video, the 455 horsepower that my car currently has is already too much for my skills to handle. I cannot come close to meet or even exceed the performance capabilities of the 455 horsepower I currently have. So if the 455 horsepower that I already have is too much for my skill to handle, Why the hell would I add more horsepower to my car, making my car faster, but even more so, that much more difficult to handle? Same thing with my brakes, same thing with my tires. People love to say, why haven't I upgraded this, and why haven't changed that? Why haven't modified this? Why haven't I done that? The reason why my car is primarily stock is because as it stands right now, my car is more than my skill can handle. So why would I go out and spend more money on tires, more money on brakes, more money on horsepower, when everything that my car comes with, I can't even meet or exceed the performance capabilities? Because what I have to do, if I were to bump up my car from 455 horsepower to 655 horsepower, how the hell would I ever be able to utilize that extra 200 horsepower that I just put in my car when I can't even utilize the 455 my car already has? Now, what a lot of people need to understand before they start tracking, or what they will understand once they do, is that your car does not dictate or determine how fast you are, nor how fast you can go. Because what you need to realize before you start tracking is that if you're a slow-ass driver before your car is modified, once your car is modified, guess what? You're still a slow-ass driver. Your car got better, not you. And if you couldn't unleash your car when it was bone stock, you damn sure ain't gonna be able to unleash it now that it's modified. Why do you think racing schools don't teach that? Why do you think professional and amateur racing drivers don't do that? Why do you think professional and amateur racing teams don't want that? Because at the end of the day, having a fast car or making your car faster does not equate to you being fast on track. Because the fact of the matter is, if you're a slow-ass driver with a V6 Camaro, you're going to be in a race with other V6 Camaros or other comparable cars. And guess what? You're going to finish in last place because you're a slow-ass driver. If you had an SS1LE, you would be in a race with other comparable cars, and guess what? You would finish dead last because you're a slow-ass driver. It doesn't matter what car you have or how many times you modify, the end result is still going to be the same. Because having a fast car and making it faster does not equate to you being fast. Now everybody, at the end of the day, there is only one true proper way and method to modify your car. You want to know what that method is? You only modify your car when it or a piece of it starts to impede your abilities as a driver to continue getting better. Because regardless of who you are, where you from, what car you drive, when you start tracking, whether you got a Fiat 500 or a Ferrari LaFerrari, you cannot outdrive the car. So if you cannot outdrive the car, why the hell would you modify it? Because at the end of the day, as I said, making your car better makes it more difficult to drive. And if you're like me and you want to learn to continue getting better, why would you make that process more difficult? Because modifying your car before you have the abilities and the capabilities to handle it, at the end of the day, it's going to make you slower. Because everybody, let's be real. When we're in control of something that's moving too fast, that's accelerating too quickly, that's going too hard, for us to be able to manage, what do we all as human beings do? We slow down. So if the point on track is to become faster, why would you do something that would make you slower? Marinate on that for a while. Because everybody, at the end of the day, if you want to become faster, only modify your car when it starts to impede on that ability. Put something on your car that'll help you go faster, that'll help you improve, that'll help make you a better driver. Because at the end of the day, the more you become a better driver, the faster you're going to be able to push this thing, the faster you're going to be able to use those mods, the better your car's going to be on track, and at the end of the day, the better you're going to be. But I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope everybody's having a bomb-ass day, and do not hesitate or forget to leave your comments in the comment section. I'll check you guys on the next upload.